Hey, mama. Hi, guys. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July celebration. And ours was quiet. We didn't really do much of anything, but I've really been enjoying our time off from work and the long weekend and things like that. But I just wanted to jump on here and show you my latest creation and also just give you an update of what the garden's looking like and how our animals are doing and that sort of thing. So what I'm wearing is a Native American inspired dress, and it's patterned after what's called a trade cloth dress. And I think it was mainly worn by Plains tribes, and it was originally made out of leather until they started trading in cotton fabrics with Europeans. But I just wanted to show it to you guys really quick and let you guys see it. So here it is. So let me know what you think of that. Now traditionally they would not have had bright orange cotton fabric like I do, but whew, I've got to change positions. It's hard to be on my knees like that. But the reason I'm still trying to work through just my fabric stash and trying to use what I have on hand before I go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. So that's the reason why it is bright orange. Is because I had just a bed sheet that I wasn't going to planning on using anymore, and I had the ribbon already from the ribbon skirt that I made a while back, and I was just like, you know what, let's try it and see how it works. So like I said, this is patterned after what would have been worn by Plains tribes. Um, and there's probably going to be some people out there that are like cultural appropriation. So let me just clear that up. My thoughts on that. I do sew historic clothing of all different cultures, so not just one culture or another. And the way I feel about cultural appropriation is if you can wear that garment in a way that brings respect to that culture, that is not making fun of that culture, then I don't see any problem with it. Now, I personally do stay away from any like ceremonial garments or religious garments or anything like that of different cultures, just because I do feel like that is disrespectful in that I don't really practice what it is they're practicing. And those garments tend to have special meaning and very symbolic of certain things that pertain to a culture. But as far as their everyday dress, like this is something that they would have worn as an everyday kind of thing. So I don't see anything wrong with that. And before you start talking about me stick to my own culture kind of thing, I've done the DNA test and I know that I am not 100% European, even though I look that way. I do have some Native American in my family history. And then if you want to talk culturally, I grew up in and still live in western North Carolina, which is right there at the Appalachian Mountains, which is right there with the Cherokee, the eastern band of Cherokee. And I've got to get off the ground, you guys. Okay, so let me talk from here because I was having a hard time kneeling on the ground like that. So, like I was saying though, if you want to talk culturally, I grew up in Western North Carolina, which is influenced by many cultures. The Eastern Band of Cherokee is one of them. The Choctaw Nation, or not the Choctaw, the Catawba Nation is here, which is also another Native American tribe that were in this region. So we do have those cultural influences. And then just America in general is such a melting pot of different cultures that you're probably not going to find one person in America that's 100% anything much anymore. And like I said, I have done the DNA test. And so I have, while I am mostly Welsh Irish in my DNA, I had Native American, I had Sub-Saharan, which is African DNA, you guys. I had, my sister did it as well, and she had Jewish DNA in hers. We have German, we have Dutch, we have Norwegian, we have all of that. We even have Italian DNA in there somewhere, somehow. I don't know how. But anyway, so, and that's Oona. So, that being said, then if you want to go by my DNA, then I could pick any one of those cultures. But if you want to go with how I grew up, I've had Indian influence in my life. We have had neighbors growing up that were from India. We had a neighbor growing up that was from Mexico. So, and then in my lifetime, I have met so many people from so many different cultures, and every single one of them that I work for a company that's owned by Japanese. So I have that influence as well, and I've worn their traditional clothing and asked them, I'm like, how do you feel about a non-Japanese person wearing your traditional clothes? And they're like, we're fine with it. It's great. We love that you're interested in our culture. And then I used to work for an Indian family and as a seamstress, and I asked them, how do you feel about me wearing some of your traditional clothes? And they were like, no, we love it. We think it's great to see how Westerners mix our culture in with just their everyday clothes. So it's fine. We don't have a problem with it. And then again, with the Native American, for the most part, they're like, no, go right ahead. We think it's great that our culture is getting out there and that there are people interested in our culture. And so the only thing, like I said, that I stay away from, just because I do feel like it's disrespectful, is the ceremonial type stuff. Ceremonial, or like something that's worn for a specific reason or a specific purpose. I shy away from that because I do feel like that wouldn't be appropriate for me. But if it's like their everyday type stuff, like this trade cloth dress, then for the most part they've all been perfectly okay with it. So that's just my thing on the whole cultural appropriation that we like to throw around these days. And so I'll get off that soapbox and move on, because I'm sure you can hear Oona in the background. And I want you guys to see how she's doing along with some of our other animals. So let me turn the camera around and let you see. Oona. Hey, Oona. Hi, baby. There she is, you guys. There's little Miss Oona. Hi, Oona. You got out of the dough pen again, didn't you? It's not time for a bottle yet. It's not time for a bottle yet. No, it's not. It's not. Oh my goodness. You're going to get my dress all dirty, and I was hoping to wear it for church tomorrow. You're going to get it all dirty. You sure are. Where'd you go? There she is. Hi, Oona. What are you doing? What are you doing, silly Oona? So this is Oona, you guys. She is still on a bottle, but we're hoping to get her weaned before we go on our camping trip. But there she is, you guys. She gets out of the doe pen and she comes running up to the house because she is a bottle baby. So anytime one of us is outside, she comes running and she just kind of greets us and hangs out with us. And yeah, so that's Oona. That's our little bottle baby doeling right now. So, whoops, I just hit the leg of this thing. Let's walk over here. You see this trash we've got to take off. But I wanted you guys to see our turkeys. These are our... Oona, I'm trying to talk to the people. Goodness. I'm trying to talk to the people, Oona. Oh, she's just going to fuss. So these are our bourbon red turkeys, and they're getting old enough now to start trying to tell them apart. So I'm pretty sure that this guy right here, right in the front, that's a male. So I'm pretty sure that's a male right there, and he's already showing out. So that is definitely a male. I think the others are female, which is good because we wanted one tom and a few hens. There is one other, this one back here. I'm kind of watching because I'm not sure if it's a male or female yet. I'm thinking it's probably a female. But it's just a little bit of a bigger female than the others. But this guy right here is definitely a tom. So, I'm really hoping that that's how it's going to work out. I was hoping for at least one more tom so that we could actually send it to freezer camp for Thanksgiving. But if it's just one tom and a few hens, then I'm okay with that, because we also wanted to get to a point where we were breeding these guys. They won't start laying or being old enough to breed until they're 2 years old. But this looks like our breeding group right here. And I might talk to my friend and homestead mentor Blaine and see if he's got any turkeys that we can get off of him for Thanksgiving. All right, so then over here, you know how we've been talking about getting rid of our rabbits? Well, we've got these girls left. We don't have any males left. It's just these girls. That's Nero. And then we've got these females. And then Deirdre is back in the back somewhere. She's back there somewhere. But the turkeys will eventually be going in here, and they need to go in here now, but the rabbits are still in here. So we've got to figure out something to do with these girls. And then you're hearing Tally as well in the cataco over there. But let's go down here. Still haven't moved the kid pen. Still haven't gotten the greenhouse done. But look at our garden. Yes, Oona, come with me, darling. Oh, we've got a lot to clean up. And we've been under a heat advisory. So it's just been too hot to do much of anything, you guys. So anyway, so you can see our rosemary and our lavender there. I need to come out here and weed, but like I said, it's just been too hot. These are our cucumbers. They're looking a lot better. We did get a little rain yesterday evening, which was good. So the cucumbers have perked up. Everything's kind of perked up. This is our catnip here. And I think I need to come out here and pull our onion plants. But these are the grape tomatoes, and we are pulling them off by the bowlful. And then our other like sandwich type tomatoes, they kind of went wiry this year because I didn't get them tied up like I needed to, but we are getting a few off of these plants. And then our squash over there, And so that's what that looks like. And then, of course, we've got the goats down there. The girls are doing good. Hi, Oona. There's Oona again. She will follow us around the whole yard. So, hi, Jula. Hi, Jula. We also still haven't gotten our chicken coop fixed yet. I don't know if you can see it over there, but I haven't been able to get it fixed yet. And I'll tell you why. So let me turn the camera back around. So let me just explain to you why we haven't gotten the chicken coop fixed yet, or finished the greenhouse, or anything else beyond it just being hot. Well, first we had to do a lot of work on my car to get it back on the road. That was just something that we absolutely had to do. And so we had to do that. And then the water bill came for the month, and I noticed that it was unbelievably high. It was like, I can't even describe it. It was unbelievably high. Our water bill is usually, it might get up to about $175 a month, but that's about it, y'all. But this was like a $400 and something bill, and I was like, what in the world is going on with this? And about a week later, we started to notice, I don't know how well you can see this, but all this area over here became a big, huge, muddy mess. And I'm looking at our meter, and I'm talking to the water company and all that, and I'm realizing we've got a major leak. And there's something about this house that I don't understand why they did it this way. But our water meter is on one side of the house, but where our water goes, it was going into the house and coming out of the house was on the other side of the house. And so when I had the plumbers out here to fix the water line, he was like, I don't understand why they did it this way. It would be so much better to just do one line straight from the meter to the house on the other side. I don't understand why they did it this way, unless they were, hi Shifra, unless they were just trying to tie into the line that you had, because we do have a well here. We have an old well here, and he said the only thing I can figure is that your house used to be on well water, and now since it's been moved over to county water, which I don't like. I would love to go back to the well water, but anyway, that's another project for another day. But he said the only thing I can figure is that they were trying to tie into the existing water line, and so more than likely you have all these couplings where they have bent the water line to go around all of these curves to go from one side of the house to the other side of the house, and your couplings have ruptured. And he said, and rather than try and dig it up and fix it, he said it would just be cheaper and a whole lot easier for me to actually put you in a new water line. And so that's what we did by his recommendation. Hi Oona, come on, let's go show him what the guy did, huh? Let's go show him what the guy did. So come on. So what he ended up doing, and he did this back on July the 3rd, and you're about to see all of this mess under our carport, but just bear with us. So yeah, you're seeing all of the junk under our carport. So this is what he had to do. So our water meter is up there, and he tied into the house here. So that's what he did. It's a whole new line. He said it's a straight shot to your house. He said the only couplings I had to use was here at the house and at the meter. And he said that'll do you a lot better in the long run. and it's guaranteed. And so, yeah, that was a excuse me, that was a 3,200 and something dollar repair, and I ended up having to take out a loan for it. Yeah, here I am trying to pay off debt. And it seems like in the last 7 years since I bought this house, all of the major repairs that I've had to do is because the previous owners, whichever ones did it, did a do it yourself job and really didn't know what they were doing. Um, they were not professionals, did not know what they. And I don't want to sound like I'm completely against do it yourself jobs, because I am all for do it yourself if you know what you're doing. But that's the problem that we're finding with this house, is that whoever did the job previously didn't know what they were doing. So now I'm having to call in professionals to fix it, which is very expensive. So yes, Oona, I know. You tell them. You tell them. Yes, do it yourself is good if you know what you're doing, right, Oona? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's like having a toddler. Mommy, 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 mommy. But anyway, so yeah, that's why the chicken coop's not fixed, cuz between getting our water line replaced and doing work on the car and some other things that we had to get done, just because it couldn't be left the way it was. And then that $400 and something water bill. Yeah, so that's why our chicken coop's not fixed. But it's okay because they're enjoying being free range, and we have found most of their nesting spots. So there's one spot under the carport in particular that they are favoring right now. So we really just have to walk out the back door and pick them up, which is convenient. That's more convenient than what we were doing when they were in the chicken coop. So we'll get to it eventually. So that's basically it, you guys. Between the heat index being like 100 and something every day, and we're really having to be careful about picking what times that we come outside because of that, because I've had heat exhaustion and all of that, and so I tend to be sensitive to heat in particular, and because my sister has health issues and things like that, she also is sensitive to extreme temperatures, whether it's cold or hot. Right now it's extremely hot during the day. So we really have to pick and choose what times we come out here and do things, whether it's taking care of the animals or being in the garden or working on projects. So really our best times to get big projects outdoors done is in the spring or in the fall, because of the temperatures. Because in the winter time it's too cold, and in the summertime it's too hot. And here in western North Carolina, our summers, it's typically in the 90s in our summers, but then then you add the heat index and the humidity, which throws us into feeling like it's in the hundreds. Whether it's like I think one summer in particular we had an index of like 112 all the way up to like 120 that year. So, and that's just because of the humidity and all that's here, where it could be and it's not unusual this time of year for it to be 95, 96. You know, it's hot. And if you're not staying hydrated, or if you have a sensitivity to extreme heat or extreme cold like like we do, then you can't do a whole lot outside for that with that. And so I have an issue where I'm sensitive to heat. I get hot. I get too hot easily. And I really have to watch that in the summer, and I really have to make sure that I'm drinking enough water and that sort of thing, because I do have a tendency to overheat too easily. And so, and then again, my sister, she can't do extreme heat or extreme cold. So yeah, so usually we try and get out here either early in the morning or in the afternoon after the hottest part of the day. So, and then this mess right here, the allergies, that's why my eyes are so puffy right now, is my allergies are really, really bad today. They were really bad yesterday, and I think it's just because it's so dry. Like last night we did, or not last night, but yesterday evening we did get just a light shower. It lasted maybe 15-20 minutes, and then it was done. But before that, it had been days and days and days since we got rain last. And so everything was just really, really dry. And I think all the dust and everything from it being so dry tends to just mess with our allergies. So I am all stopped up right now. My eyes are all puffy and itchy. I'm constantly swallowing wads that are draining down my throat. Sorry if that's too much information for you guys, but it's just a fact of life when you have allergies. So, but anyway, so that's just a general update that I wanted to give you guys. Short and sweet and to the point. And I wanted to show you guys this new dress that I've made, and it's really cool and comfortable. So I really like it. I foresee me making more of these in the future because yeah, it's just really cool. It's really comfortable, which I love that. I also want to remake my Cherokee tear dress. Yeah, I've got some other projects in the works, because I love sewing historic and traditional clothing. I just really enjoy it, and it's not unusual for me to wear it as my everyday clothes. So I see me getting a lot of wear out of this dress. In fact, if Oona didn't get it too dirty, I plan on wearing it for church tomorrow. So that'll be nice. But anyway, all right, well, I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July again, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Just enjoying everything. So God bless you guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye.